Hey, I'm Ronan. Welcome to Now Z Here. If you saw my video from Saturday, you know that the insurance company did approve my testosterone prescription, and as of today, I am 2 days on T. But we'll get into that again next month. Going off of the topic from last week of waiting when you don't have to, I wanted to make the rest of this month all about self-care. That is, the things that we do for ourselves to maintain our own mental, physical, spiritual well-being, even when it's hard to do so, or especially when it's hard to do so. And this week I want to talk about meditation. I think occasionally with people who are living with depression or anxiety, there's kind of a knee-jerk reaction when we hear the word meditation, because that's one of the first things people who don't necessarily live with depression and anxiety suggest to us when we say that we are having these issues. Well, have you tried meditation? That can sometimes come from a place of not fully understanding. I have found for myself, meditation is one tool in my toolbox of things that I can use to help address my anxiety. I've also, over the years, used it for other benefits. In my teenage, early 20s, like college years, I was way into new agey type past life regression, vision type meditation. Very interesting how most of the past lives I discovered were men. Looking back on it now, I see that as more of a tool of self-discovery. More recently, when I started living up to my own situations with anxiety and depression, I turned to a more Zen form of meditation. And by that, I mean actual Zen Buddhist meditation, Zazen. And in Zazen, as opposed to closing your eyes and visualizing something, you are sitting with your eyes open, looking straight ahead, and just being. And that in the past year has opened up a lot of new insights. I think a lot of people, when they think of meditation and clearing one's mind, they think that they have to deliberately try to empty their mind and just have nothing in it, which is frankly impossible. If you're actively trying to empty your mind of things, your mind is going to be full of the thought of empty your mind, empty your mind, empty your mind, empty your mind. You can think you're getting around it by maybe filling your mind with white noise to drown everything else out, but that's still noise. It's still a thought. You're not clearing anything. The real point, at least in Zazen, is to not try. There's a Zen Buddhist saying, a koan is what they call them. The ordinary mind is the way. What that means to me, at least in this stage of my practice, is when you're in the midst of meditation, your mind is going to have thoughts. Thoughts are going to surface. And there's always a moment when that thought surfaces where it exists in a clear and fully understandable form without having to examine it too closely or think out the thought in individual words and images. And if that thought is allowed to come to the surface and sort of break open like a bubble and then just go, behind it is often a peace, a silence, a pause until the next thought comes to the surface. Allow the thoughts to come as they're going to. Don't focus on them. Don't dwell on them. Let them happen and go on. The ordinary mind is the way. I wanted to start this self-care topic by talking about meditation because it's something anyone can do as long as you have a space that you can sit in and be quiet for a few minutes. It also doesn't have to be very long. I usually do 10 minutes in a session. And I like to use the app Insight Timer. It's free to download, and it comes along with a meditation timer and a bell that rings at the beginning and end of your meditation. You can purchase extra sounds, and there's other features, but you can download it for free, and it's pretty much all you need. And I will say that in the moments that I find that silence, that pause between thoughts, it feels like a breath, like opening up and being grounded and experiencing here, now. Not dwelling on what ifs or fears or even hopes, not worrying about the future or thinking too critically about the past, just sitting and being. Let's try it, just for a few seconds. Thank you for watching. I'll put some additional resources down below in the links. And if you want to come over to Facebook or go into the comments and let me know what your favorite self-care techniques are or your experiences with meditation, I'd love to hear them. See you next week. Always be changing.